Hello, criminal justice enthusiasts, and welcome back to JudgeSim. So we're starting this episode with some breaking news. Corruption is growing. Let's wait for the thing to come back around here. An arrest warrant has been issued for the former Interior Minister. The minister has not been caught yet. Alright, so this is the Interior Minister who we found out was the mastermind of the Mafia. So let's see what happens with our cases here because of that. Alright, we got an envelope here, so that's always a bad sign to start. Gabrone Michi will not go home after this hearing today. If I find out that he went unpunished, you'll have to borrow someone's eyes to read this letter again. Classy. Real classy. Alright, so this is the person here. He's 51, so he would be over the criminal age. No criminal record. Mental health is positive, as is national status. Murder. Recently, a person named Falcon Rex was found dead in the forest near the house of a person named Gabrone Michi. It was determined that the person named Falcon Rex had an affair with a person named Helena Michi, the daughter of the person named Gabrone Michi. As a result of an autopsy, 3 bullets were found in Falcon Rex's body, and it was confirmed as the cause of death. In the examination of Falcon Rex's mobile phone, it was seen that he received warnings from the person named Gabrone Michi to separate from his daughter, and he rejected them. After a while, it was observed that these messages turned into threatening messages. Upon these observations, the person named Gabrone Michi became the prime suspect, was detained at his residence address. I recently found out that my daughter has a boyfriend. My daughter is my only child, and I raised her under very difficult conditions. I asked her, and she told me that her boyfriend was Falcon Rex. He was the son of our neighbor who lived next door to us, and he was a troublesome kid. I told my daughter that I did not approve of this relationship. I didn't get the response I expected from him, so I decided to talk to Falcon Rex. I approached him with sweet words and tried to explain him properly, but in return I did not receive any understanding or decent behavior. On the contrary, I encountered great insults. My daughter was still insistent on continuing our relationship, and I was very uncomfortable with the situation. I sent him a few threatening messages to scare him. He didn't even respond to the message I sent. The next day I learned that he had already been killed. I cannot say that I am very sorry about this incident. He had a character that constantly provoked the other person to strangle him. I saw that I was not alone in this thought. I had nothing to do with his death. I knew I would become a suspect because of the timing, but like I said, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill. God must have kept me from getting blood on my hands. He talked about strangling, so that does make me think he didn't do it. Also, the fact that we got the letters suggests to me that somebody else did and wants it covered up. My relation with Falcon was going very well. It's only been about a month since we started our relationship. My father noticed my mood changes and asked questions several times. So I told him I had a boyfriend. He responded very positively. When I told him his name, he immediately objected. He wanted me to leave Falcon, but I couldn't do such a thing because I really loved him. When I asked my father why he wanted me to leave, he said that he was a troublesome person and his circle of friends was very troubled. Therefore, although I agreed with my father, I said that I loved Falcon and would not leave it. A few days after this conversation, I learned that Falcon had been killed. I'm sure my father didn't do this. I still haven't digested his death, and I don't think I can. Yeah, so we have no evidence there, really, that he did anything. I mean, he sent threatening messages. See the evidence. There is digital evidence in this case. Alright. That's always a good thing. Camera footage of the shopping mall called Jupiter the day of the time of the murder. Alright, so they were at the shopping mall. Does that mean... I mean, that doesn't say a lot. See if there's any emails. No. Mr. Gabrone Michi, where were you at 2200 on Thursday? Your Honor, on that day, my daughter and I were at the mall called Jupiter. The mall closed at 10:30 p.m. and we already left near the closing time. I mean, we were at the mall when it happened. How did you send the threatening message to Falcon Rex? I wanted to scare him a little. I couldn't allow my daughter to be with dangerous people. So what makes you think that Falcon Rex is dangerous? I've been living in that area for about 15 years. I know Falcon's childhood, and I witnessed him getting into many fights and carrying cutting tools. I've seen the police come to Falcon's house many times, and I think that's the reason to think that he's dangerous. Do you agree with what your father said? Your Honor, as much as I like Falcon, what my father says is true. I think Falcon hung out with the wrong people, but he was a good man at heart. He was a compassionate, sympathetic, and very understanding person from what he seemed. I thought I could fix him. Do you think your father committed the murder? No way. What they say is true. My father couldn't have anything to do with it. I don't have the evidence to find him guilty. I just don't. There's no proof that shows he is guilty. He sent some threatening messages. I'm not going to convict a man on that. There has to be some kind of evidence. So we're going to go with not guilty. See how this turns out. Though the dice roll doesn't mean that I got it right, I feel like. It just means that random chance says these things. Which is sort of odd, as I pointed out in the last episode. Alright. Popular opinion says that I did the right thing. So that's a good thing. Alright, so we're on week 19. As I said, I was told that week 21 is the end of the game. So I guess we will see in a couple weeks' time here. Alright, let's see what this case says. Morgan, 26. No criminal record. Mental health and national status are alright. Money laundering. Recently, Javed Morgan, who has been broadcasting on a platform called TapTop instead of TikTok, received a large donation from one of his followers during the broadcast. The situation would seem normal at first glance, attracted reaction from several different publishers and investigations, and an investigation was initiated by the relevant units. As a result of the investigation, it was determined that the user who donated a large amount of money had previously donated the same amount. In order to clarify the incident, an investigation was launched into the incident, and a person named Javed Morgan was detained to be questioned. Like all broadcasters, I play games and chat with my followers. What can I do with the donation sent? Also, what's the problem with me getting too many donations? I think it is quite natural that I regularly receive donations from a follower who loves me very much. It supports me to continue doing this work. I'm publishing more to repay his love. Okay, I don't see anything wrong about that so far. Maybe the evidence will show me something different. Alright. I got that one right away. Alright, so that's good. Ah. So close. Alright, let's see what the evidence is here. Conversation between Javed Morgan and his follower. Mitchie Glean. Hello, am I speaking to Javed Morgan? Hello, yes you are. I am your biggest fan. Tell me, quick, where did you get my number from? That part is not important. I have a very good offer for you. I have several stolen credit cards. None of them can be tracked. I will donate to your publication. You will send a certain proportion of money back to me. Do you accept? How will that work? Very simple. Just do what I say. We'll make a lot of money from this job. There's no danger of getting caught. Okay, let's set up a meeting and talk about the details. That would be great. I would have seen you in real too. Donation receipts sent to the person named Javed Morgan. Process repeated 33 times. Alright, yeah. Some of the donations coming to the bank account Javed Morgan were constantly sent back to the same person. Yeah, alright, so he is guilty. It's your statement you said you received several donations from a follower who likes you. The evidence is I see that you received donations exactly 33 times. Is that the number you meant by several times? Your Honor, my follower loves me and supports me. What crime is that? I don't understand. Did you know that the donations sent to you were through stolen credit cards? Of course not. How would I know that? I mean, these are anonymous people on the internet. What we are talking about here is not the amount sent to you. You are consciously sending back some of the money. I don't think you sent him his money back because you love your followers so much. Why should I send back money sent to my followers? I did no such thing. Yeah, you did though. So it's going to be listed as money laundering. Yep, money laundering. Alright, let's see here. Money laundering. He's not been convicted before, so I believe 6 years and $50,000 fine. Yep. Alright, so guilty, 6 years in jail. The other person should be here too, so they need to find that other person and arrest them. They should also be charged with the credit cards. Alright, not shot to death this time. On to, I believe, our final case of the week. Quest for confirmation that Vladimir Arkhip is the father of a child born to his ex-wife, Casey White. Vladimir Arkhip and Casey White did not have children during their relationship. Casey White gave birth 7 months after the couple divorced. A person named Vladimir Arkhip claims to be the father of the child, wants to take the child into his own care. Case White, missing the Y there, claims that the father of the child is her new boyfriend, Erling Ricky. My ex-wife gave birth 7 months after she broke up with me. This is an indication that my wife got pregnant while she was married to me. I don't think my wife is cheating on me. I just want confirmation the child is mine. Alright, that's a simple enough one, I'd say. Result of DNA report has been proven that the father of the child is not the person named Vladimir Arkhip. Alright. Yep, right here. That is not correct. Looks like my friend's sending me a code there for Borderlands, so I'll be over there playing that with him shortly. Yep. Alright. Let's go ahead and wrap up this case then. So yeah, he is not the father. Pretty straightforward. During your relationship with your ex-spouse, did you ever feel like your ex-spouse was cheating on you? You should have if you didn't. Yeah, she was. Sorry. No, Your Honor. I never had that feeling. Casey would never do such a thing. Mr. White, what do you have to say about it? I believe it's Mrs. White, but I'm sure that my child is Erling Ricky's. I don't want to say anything more about this. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Sorry to the guy, but it's not your kid. Alright, let's withdraw the money. We'll head home. And I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. I'm going to go ahead probably and jump over and play some Borderlands with my friend now. But I hope that you enjoyed what I did in this episode as well. If you did, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and hope to see you all again for more of JudgeSim.